Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. We are at Shea Stadium, and the home team, New York Mets, after winning Game 5, come home with a 3-2 lead. So it's a must-win game for Boston. John McNamara knows that after tonight, he'll be off for the rest of the close season, thinking about what might have been if he cannot make things good here and win this game. So let's have a look at the teams. Both pitchers, by the way, will be pitching card 1. So I'm going to put that there so that we've got it. So the home team, center fielder is Lenny Dykstra. Number 2 batsman, the second baseman, Wally Backman. Keith Hernandez bats at 3, first base. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, Gary Carter. Batting 5 is right fielder today, Darryl Strawberry. Batting 6 is third baseman, Ray Knight. Batting 7, left fielder, Mookie Wilson. And batting 8, shortstop, Rafael Santana. On the mound and batting 9th is ex-Boston Red Sox, came over to the Mets this year, Bob Ojeda. He lost Game 3 of the series, and so he's no wins and a loss for this World Series. Now, for the visiting Boston Red Sox, they need the win. Third baseman, Wade Boggs. Batting 2, second baseman, Marty Barrett. Batting 3, first baseman, Bill Buckner. In the cleanup spot, left fielder, Jim Rice. Batting 5, right fielder, Dwight Evans. Batting 6 is the catcher, Rich Gedman. Batting 7, center fielder, Dave Henderson. Batting 8, shortstop, Spike Owing. And batting 9 and pitching for the Red Sox, McNamara has gone with his top man, Roger Clemens. So Ojeda taking up his warm-up pitches before the start of this game. Must-win game for for the Red Sox. Otherwise, they go home. Let's get the steal numbers for the pitchers. Clemens is a hold of 4. Gedman, as we know, is a 5, so that's a 53 for Clemens. And Bobby Ojeda, hold of 3. Catcher Carter is an arm of 3. A defense of 3, so that's a 3-3 is a 36. So here we go, ready to start this first inning of Game 6. And it's going to be Bobby Ojeda who is going to pitch to Wade Boggs. 6-6 is an 8. That will change. We'll put the 1 to the side. Let's see what this 8 becomes. Column 6, he is a left-handed bat at Shea Stadium, 62. We'll change that to a 10. So it's a 10, and a 6-1 is a 1, which is a left-handed batter. So it's a 1. So that's an 11 on a 6. An 11 on a 6 is a single to right field, unless he can roll a 6. So it's just a single. So Boggs gets on base with the first at bat. The game is underway. Marty Barrett. And Marty Barrett is looking to bunt. So the infield comes in and Barrett bunts 4. Infield in. And he is a 1 bunt. FC, which is going to be lead runner, is out. Batter safe on a fielder's choice. So 2-4 gets the lead runner, and a fielder's choice gets Marty Barrett onto first base. Infield is halfway even at this early stage in this important game. 1-2-35. 1-3. Against a lefty is a 2. So that's a 37 on a 1. And he's going to ground out to second base, and the infield is halfway, so it's going to be a double play. So it's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And that will end the top of the first. So after the top of the first, no score. And Roger Clemens comes onto the mound to warm up. Lenny Dykstra. Clemens pitches. 2-6 is a 55-3. That is going to change. Let's move that. Let's see what a 2-1 is. 2-1 is a 1. So let's have a look what this 3 changes. So it's a 56 and a 12 on column 2 is going to be a 1. So the 3 will return to a 1. So it's a 56 on a 2. Looping drive, and that drive is going to go to the left fielder, Jim Rice, who is a 4. If the offensive field rating is higher, then he's raised number beside the 55 on the batter's card, which we know is a 1. He makes the catch. So a fly out to Jim Rice for the first out for Roger Clemens. Wally Backman. 2-4 is a 16. 2-6 is a 1, so a 17 on a 2. Strikes him out. So first strikeout for Roger Clemens, Keith Hernandez. 2 outs, nobody on base. 3-5 is a 3. That's going to change. So let's see what that will change to. 33 on a 3. Column 3 is going to be a 2. So it's a 2. 3-1 is a 1. So it's a 3 on a 3. Dribble to the catcher. And the batter is out at first. 2-3, grounded out. And after 1, we have no score in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. Bobby Ojeda comes up to to face Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, and Rich Gedman. So Jim Rice, 6'5" is a 36, 6'1", he is a right-handed batter. So it's a 1, which is a 37 on a 6. Strikes him out. First strikeout for Bobby Ojeda. Dwight Evans. 2-6 is a 55-3. That number is going to change. 2-4 is a right-handed batter, so it's going to be a 2, so it's going to be a 57. And the raised number is a right-handed batter, 36. Is going to be column 2. It's going to be a 2. So a 36 on a 2. Grounded out, pitcher to first. It's an injury, so we're not playing injuries, so it doesn't matter. So pitcher to first. Ojeda sends the ball over to Keith Hernandez, and it's 2 away at the top of the second. Rich Gedman, clean up batting number 6. 4-6 is a 1. 4-5 is going to go to the 6th column. Sorry, let's have a look. What is he? He is a left-handed batter. 4-5 is the 3rd baseman. And the 3rd baseman is Ray Knight, who is a 5. So a 5 and a 1 is a 6 on a 4. So it's going to ground out to the 3rd baseman, Ray Knight. So it's a 5-3 ground out, and that brings the top of the 2nd inning to an end, and we're tied at 0. Very tense game. Boston needing the win. Coming up at the bottom of the 2nd, Gary Carter, Darryl Strawberry, and Ray Knight. Clemens to Carter. 2-4 is a 16. 2-3 is a 1, which is a 17 on a 3. And he's going to double into centre fielder. So a double for Gary Carter. That says check with 3rd base coach for any extra base attempts, but there isn't any because there's nobody on base. So Darryl Strawberry is up. The infield is halfway. Pitch to Strawberry. 1-2 is a 1. 1-4 is a 1. Strikes him out. 2nd strikeout of the game for Clemens. Ray Knight. On its way. 6-5 is a 36. 6-3 is a 2, so that's a 38 on a 6. Strikes him out. Another great strikeout from Clemens. Not letting that double in on the first batter for Carter to affect him. Mookie Wilson. 6-5, 31. 6-3, 2, so a 33 on a 6. And he pops out to the 2nd baseman, Marty Barrett, and the inning is over. Carter gets stranded, and the score is still tied at 0-0 after 2. As we go to the top of the 3rd, Dave Henderson, Spike Owen, and Roger Clemens. So Dave Henderson, 3-3, 32, 3-6, 4. So that's a 36 on a 3. And that's going to be a double to centre field. So Henderson gets on base with a double. Spike Owen. 1-4 is a 35. 1-2 is a 2. 37 on a 1. And he's going to ground out to 2nd base. The infield is halfway. Can't be a double play. So he'll just get Spike Owen 4-3. And Dave Henderson stays on base. So up comes Roger Clemens. 2-4 is a 3. 2-4 against a right-handed batter is a 2, so that's a 5 on a 2. And he's going to strike him out. 2nd strikeout for Bob Ojeda. Back to the top of the order with Wade Boggs, 0 for 1. Got on base and then was out on a fielder's choice. 33 is a 5, 31 against a lefty is a 1, so that's a 6 on a 3. That's a short fly out to the centre fielder, Lenny Dykstra, who takes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. So after 2.5, still no score. in this must-win game for Boston. Up at the bottom of the third, we have Rafael Santana, Bob Ojeda, the pitcher, and then Lenny Dykstra. All tied at 0. Clemens pitches to Santana. 3-3 is a 5. That's going to change. And a 3-6 is a 2. So what's this going to change to? Column 3. 25 is going to be a 2. So that's a 4 on a 3. And that's a short fly out to the right fielder, Dwight Evans takes the catch, and Santana goes one away. Bobby Ojeda, 4-3 is a 1. Four 5 is the shortstop, who is Spike Owen. So that's a 3 on a 4. So he's going to ground out to second base, and that will be 2 away. Lenny Dykstra. Clemens pitches. 5-5, 20. 5-3 is a 2. That's a 22 on a 5. And he's going to walk him. So the first walk by either pitcher. And we're going to then go to the action chart, column M. See what happens on the next pitch. 4, pass ball. If the blue die, which is a 5, is higher than the pitcher's pass ball rating, which is a 1, which it is, then it's a pass ball. So an error on Gedman, sorry. And Dykstra goes to second on a pass ball. Wally Backman. 5-2 is a 27. 5-4 is a 3. Sorry, is a 2. That's a 29 on a 5. And he's going to fly out to center. And underneath there is Dave Henderson to take the catch. And that brings the inning to an end. 1 left on base, but still no score at the end of 3. So Ojeda now will pitch to Marty Barrett, Bill Buckner, and Jim Rice. Barrett 0 for 1 on a fielder's choice in the first inning. 3-4 is a 57. 3-5, and he's a right-hander, is a 4. So that is a 61 on a 3. So this could be a rare play. It's even, so it's the result. So we go to so he's going to foul out to the third baseman. So foul out to the third baseman. Marty Barrett is the first out of the 4th inning. Bill Buckner, double play, grounded into a double play in the first. 1-4, 35. 1-2 is a lefty, so it's a 1, so it's a 36 on a 1. Grounds out to third base. Infielder halfway. So Dykstra, so it's going to be 5-3, Buckner out. And up comes Jim Rice. Pitch is on its way, 6-4. He's a left-handed pitcher, so he's going to be an 8. 6-3, right-handed batter. So it's going to be a 2, so it's a 10 on a 6. And that is going to be a single to centre field. And so Jim Rice is struck out in his first at-bat, but gets on base with a single. And that will bring up Dwight Evans. 2 out in the top of the 4th. Pitch is on its way. 5-2 is a 1. 5-3 against a right-hander is a 2, so that's a 3 on a 5. And a 3 on a 5. The infield will be back because there's 2 outs. And that's going to be grounded to second base, and that will end the inning. So Jim Rice is left on base. And after 3.5, the score continues to be tied at 0-0. Roger Clemens coming up. He's going to be pitching to Hernandez, Carter, and Strawberry. Hernandez got a double in his first at bat. No, Hernandez grounded out in his first at bat. 5-5 is a 20. 5-4 is a 2, so a 22 on a 5. It's going to walk him. So the second walk given up by Clemens, and we're going to the action chart again. One chart, let's get the right one. 6. WPB 0. If the pitcher's wild pitch rating is 0, it is score a wild pitch. So a wild pitch moves Hernandez to second, and that is an error against Clemens. So 2 errors already. They can't be giving these errors away. Gary Carter hit a double in his first innings. If he does it this time, they'll take the lead. 1-2 is a 35. 1-1 is a 1, a 36 on a 1. Infield is going to be halfway. And so he'll get him out 4-3. And Hernandez will advance to third. So the first out, man on third, Darryl Strawberry. 6-6 is a 9. 6-4 is a 3. That's a 12 on a 6. And a 12 on a 6 is a possible home run. This needs to be a 1 for it to stop it being a home run, and it's not. And goes back, and it is out of here. 2-run home run, Darryl Strawberry. Piles on the pressure on John McNamara, dying a little bit in the dugout as Ray Knight comes up. .43 is an 11. 4-6 is the second baseman, who is Marty Barrett, and he's a 2, so it's a 13 on a 4. Possible error. .56, and Marty Barrett is a 54, so it's higher. If the roll is higher, batter is safe at first, and an error, so another error, so on an E4. That is not a 6, so it's a single base error, but Marty Barrett, the third error of the game by the Red Sox. And up comes Mookie Wilson. 1 out. 2 runs in this inning already. 4-2 is a 2. 4-5 is the shortstop, who is Spike Owen. So he's a 2. So that's a 4 on a 4. And he's going to ground out to second, and Ray Knight will go to second base. Two outs. Rafael Santana flied out to right in his first at bat. 6-6 against a righty is a 59. 6-4 is a 3, so that's a 62 on a 6. Double into the corner, run out advanced 2 base. So Santana is going to double. He's going to bring in Ray Knight. That will be unearned. But the third run comes across the plate, and up comes Bobby Ojeda. Rounded out to second in his first at bat. 3-3 is a 4. 3-6 is a 2. So that's a 6 on a 3. And he's going to fly out to Dwight Evans, who takes the catch in right field to bring that inning to an end. But after 4, the Mets take a 3-run lead and a hold on the World Series. So Bobby Ojeda coming up to pitch at the top of the 5th. Gedman, Henderson, and Spike Owen coming up. Gedman grounded out to third in his first at bat. 6-4 is a 16. 6-3 is a 1, so a 17 on a 6. It's a deep fly out to left field. And Mookie Wilson will go back and snag that safely into his glove for the first out of this 5th inning. Dave Henderson doubled in his first at bat. 1 for 1. 6-1 is a 31. He's a right-hander. 6-4 is a 2, so that's a 33. And he pops the ball up to Wally Backman at second base for the second out of this game. Spike Owen. 2-2 is an 11. 2-6 is a 3, so that's a 15. He's going to single to right field. Strober will pick the ball up and send it back. Runners advance on base. There's nobody on base, so it doesn't make no difference. It's going to let Clemens pitch. 2-3 is a 2. 2-5 against a right-hander is a 3, so that's a 5 on a 2. Strikes him out. So a second strikeout for Roger Clemens. The third strikeout of the game for Bob Ojeda, and that brings the top of the 5th to an end. So after 4.5, the Mets have a firm hold on the World Series trophy. Clemens is going to pitch to Dykstra, Backman, and Henderson. Here comes the pitch. 5-6 is a 4. 5-5 is a 3, so that's a 7 on a 5. And a 7 on a 5 will be a walk. So the third walk, and that's the second walk that Dykstra's had, and we're going to the action chart, column M. See what happens on the next pitch. 3. POE. Possible error on pick-off attempt. Roll against the pitcher's error rating, and Clemens's error rating is not very good. It's 26. Ooh, 24. If the roll is higher, all runners advance. So he manages to snag the ball at first base and stop the error. John McNamara goes out to the mound to talk to his young pitcher, trying to calm him down, telling him how much they need him to get his control back in this game, and he walks away. And here comes the pitch to Dykstra. 1-4 is a 5. 1-5 is a 1. It's a 6. Strikes him out. First out of the bottom of the 5th. Keith Hernandez scored in his last. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. 3-3 is a 5. 3-2 is a 1. So that's a 6 on a 3. Short fly out to centre field. So that's going to be caught by Dave Henderson. With less than 2 outs, any runner on third may tag, but we haven't got anybody on third, so Dykstra will stay at first. Gary Carter, 1 for 2 with a double. 1-5 is a 35. 1-2 is a 1. 36 on a 1. And he's going to ground out to the third baseman, Wade Boggs, who fires it over to Bill Buckner for the third out and the end of the 5th inning. So Bobby Ojeda coming up to start the 6th inning is going to pitch to Boggs, Barrett and Buckner. Boggs 1 for 2. 3-2 is an 11. Is a lefty. So 3-3 is a 1. So that's a 12 on a 3. And he's going to line it straight to Keith Hernandez on first base for the first out of the 6th inning. Marty Barrett 1 for 2 on a fielder's choice. 334 is a 57. He's a right-hander. 3-2 is a 1, so that's a 58 on a 3. Could be a rare play. Let's have a look. 6. Going to be even, so it's going to be the... And again, it's going to be to the catcher. It's a foul ball, so we'll play it again. 2-4, 50. 2-1, 1. So 51 on the 2. So it grounds out, pitches first. And the second out of this inning, Bill Buckner. 5-5 is a 6. Buckner's a lefty. 5-5 is a 4. That's a 10 on a 5. And he's going to put him on base. So the first walk given up by Bob Ojeda puts Buckner on base. Jim Rice. 1 for 2, 1 strikeout. 5-5 is a 15. 5-5 is a 3. That's an 18 on a 5. It's going to be an infield single. So he gets on base. Moves Buckner to second. Check column M. So there's going to be action on the next pitch. So let's see what that is. Seven. On an M, is it a wild pitch? If the blue die is higher than the pitcher's wild pitch rating, his wild pitch rating is a 5, and it is not. So there is no wild pitch. Ojeda then to Rice, man on first and second, 2 outs. 4-6, 2. 4-5, we're going over to the 6th column. So 6-6, 9 is a right-hander. 6-2 is a 1. So that's a 10 on a 6. And a 10 on a 6 is a single. Runners advance 1 base. So let's just put the single in first. Runner on second may try to score, and the defense may try to the runner at home. If throwing home, roll a die versus the runner's speed, and the runner is, so he's come to third, Bill Buckner, and his speed is a 2, so they're going to hold him there. So the bases are loaded, 2 outs with Dwight Evans coming to the base, coming to the plate. So it's not Dwight Evans, it is Rich Gedman. Rich Gedman comes to the plate. 6-4. Against a lefty is a 16. 6-5. Against a lefty is a 3, so that's an 18 on a 6. And that's going to go to the left fielder, going back to the wall. And Mookie reaches and catches the ball and breaks Boston fans' hearts with a catch as the ball was going over the wall, but not enough on it. And after 6.5, Boston trail by 3. That would have given them the lead had it gone over the wall. But Mookie was there to take control and take the ball back. So Roger Clemens facing Strawberry, Knight, and Mookie Wilson. Here comes the pitch. 6-3, 36, 6-2, 2, 38 on a 6. And he strikes him out. 5th strikeout of the game. But those 3 runs are what are more important. Ray Knight. 0 for 1. Reached on an error and scored. 1-4. 35. 1-1 is a 1. 36 on a 1. And he's going to ground out to second baseman Marty Barrett, who throws it over to Bill Buckner for the 2nd out. And up comes Mookie. Broke the hearts of the Boston fans with the last play at the top of the 6th. Clemens pitches 6-6, 9. 6-2, 2. That's an 11 on a 6. And he reaches base. A 6 would have been a home run. Rafael Santana. 1 for 2 with a double. 5-4 is a 27. 5-3 is a 2. That's a 29 on a 5. And he's going to fly out to centre field, and Dave Henderson will take that comfortably, and that will end the 6th inning. So Bobby Ojeda coming up. Henderson, Owen, and then Roger Clemens. Whether he will bat, who knows? So Bobby Ojeda pitching to Henderson. 5-5 is a 40. 5-4 against a righty is a 3, so 43 on a 5. And he's going to walk him. So Henderson gets on base. The second walk given up by Bobby Ojeda. Spike Owen. He's going to bunt. He's going to try and bunt him round. Infield is in. 10 on a 1. It's going to be a sacrifice bunt, so he's going to sack bunt. To move Henderson over, and that is going to be the end of Roger Clemens. Pitched 6 innings. Four hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He walked 2, struck out 5, and gave up a home run. And they're going to bring on, let's see who they're going to bring into. So on comes Don Baylor. To pinch hit. (4-1) is a 16. 4-1 against a righty is the shortstop. And the shortstop is Santana, is a 1, so it's a 17 on a 4. Grounded out to first. There is an asterisk. Umpire option. See page 21. So let's have a look at the umpire options. Must be on one of these charts somewhere. Locate the cell intersection. So what do we have here? We had a 4-1 is a 16 and a 4-1, a 4-4 against a righty, which was the. Oh, let's hang on a second. Let's check this. I think I might have got this wrong. 4-1 is a 16. 4-4. We go to column 6. So 6-1 is a 16. 6-4 against a righty is a 2, so it's an 18 on a 6. Sorry about that. Deep fly out to left field. So deep fly out to left field. And so that is going to be caught by Mookie Wilson. But Henderson will move to third, and that will be 2 outs. Up comes Wade Boggs. (5-5) is a 20. 5-2 against a lefty is a 2, a 22 on a 5. And he's going to walk. And we will once again get, that's the 3rd walk. And we'll go to column M again on the action chart. 4. Pass ball. If the blue dial, which is a 1, is higher than the catcher's pass ball rating, and the pass ball rating for Carter is a 3. So it's not a pass ball, it's just a ball. Marty Barrett, 1 for 3. 6-2 is an 8. 6-3 is a 2, so that's a 10 on a 6. And a 10 on a 6 is a single to the center fielder. Runners advance 1 base. We have 2 outs. Runner on second cannot try and score because the runner on second, he wasn't on second, so men on first and second. But that does bring in Dave Henderson. So Marty Barrett gets an RBI, and the lead is cut to 2 runs. Bill Buckner. 3-3 is a 32. 3-5 against a lefty is a 2, which is a 34 on a 3. And he's going to double to right field. Runners advance 2 bases. So that's going to bring Boggs in to score. Check with third base coach for any extra base attempts. Let's have a look. Third base coach going for it. Speed minimum minus arm. So the speed of Marty Barrett is a 4. The arm of the center fielder is a 4. They're going to go for it. 7. He's going to hold. Decided that he's going to hold. Looked back and didn't want to risk it. So the second run comes in. And up comes Jim Rice. 6-3 is a 16. 6-5 against a righty is a 4. That's a 20 on a 6. Deep fly out to right fielder. So the ball going back, and Darryl Strawberry underneath it and takes the catch and brings this top of the 7th to an end. But not before 2 runs come in over the plate. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. Ballpark, crowd, Peanuts, Cracker Jack not coming back. Root, Cardinals, shame. 1, 2, 3 strike, they're out, ball game. So there you have it. And Calvin Schiraldi is going to come in. Where can Don Baylor play? Can play left field. And so Jim Rice is going to come out. Calvin Schiraldi is going to come in at Jim Rice's place. So Bobby Ojeda is going to come out. He's done for the day. Ojeda pitched 7 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 3, struck out 3, and no home runs. And his place is going to be taken by Kevin Mitchell. So Schiraldi comes in to face Mitchell, Dykstra, and Wally Backman with the score at 3-2. 5-1 is a 6. 5-3 is a 2. That's an 8 on a 5. So he's going to walk him. So a first walk. And he has an F after his number. So we're going to go to the action chart, column F this time. 3. POE asterisk. Possible error on pick-off attempt. So he's going to try and pick him up. Roll against the error rating of the pitcher, which is a 65. So there's no error, but because he's got that asterisk, roll for a pick-off. So attempted pick-off if the blue die is higher than the pitcher's hold rating, 2, and it isn't, runner gets back safely. If not higher, then he's picked off, so he picks him off. And Kevin Mitchell is gone. Picked off by Calvin Schiraldi. Can the ex-Met pitcher from this season stifle the Mets in their challenge to become world champions? Lenny Dykstra, 5-3 is a 5. 5-3 is a 2. That's a 7 on a 5. And a 7 on a 5 is another walk. So he's walked him again. And he's got a letter which is a B. So Schiraldi walks a second. And we're going to action column B this time. 8. Pick-off attempt. 4. Possible error, sorry. So there's no chance of a pick-off, but he's trying to get a pick-off. 55 is lower, and therefore there is no error. So it just gets back in time. And it should be Wally Backman, by the way. So pitching to Backman, no outs. Oh, 1 out. We got pick-off, didn't we? Yep. 6-1, 16. 6-5, 3 is a 19 on a 6. And a 19 on a 6 is a deep fly out to right fielder, who is Dwight Evans, and he makes the catch. And Dykstra stays at first. 2 away at the bottom of the 7th. Keith Hernandez. 2-3 is a 2. 2-2 is a 1. That's a 3 on a 2. And he strikes him out. So the first strikeout for Calvin Schiraldi brings this inning to a close. And as we go into the 8th, the New York Mets have a lead of 3-2. So Roger McDowell is going to come in as the pitcher. Now we've got to put him somewhere now. Keith Hernandez gone? Keith Hernandez first base. Kevin Mitchell can play first base. So we're going to take out Keith Hernandez, and Kevin Mitchell is going to play first base. The 4-11. And a 4F4, F2. And Keith Hernandez is going to come out. And Roger McDowell is going to pitch in the third spot. So coming up, we have Dwight Evans, Rich Gedman, and Dave Henderson, and Roger McDowell is going to pitch. 2-1 is a 49. 2-4 is a 4. That's a 53 on a 2. And he's going to ground out back to McDowell, who throws the ball over to Kevin Mitchell on first base. So the two new guys get the first out at the top of the 8th. Rich Gedman, 0 for 3 today. 5-5, 15, 5-4 is a 2. That's a 17 on a 5. And that's going to be an infield single. So Gedman gets on base for the first time, and we're going to action chart M. See what happens on the next ball. 4. Pass ball, and that's a 4. McDowell's. If the blue die is higher than the catcher's pass ball rating, and so Carter's pass ball rating is a 3. All runners advance, so we get a pass ball, and Gedman moves to second on the pass ball. Error against Carter. So 1 out. Infield is halfway. Spike Owen is going to bunt him. So Spike Owen is going to bunt. Infield is in, and it's a 3, and he is a 1, I believe, Spike Owen, isn't he? Yep. So a 3 and a 1, FC/E. Fields ball quickly, but bobbles. Roll against the fielder's error. And the fielder is the first baseman, who is Roger McDowell. And Roger McDowell's error, I'm just going to check this. Kevin Mitchell, sorry. Kevin Mitchell's error is an 11. It's higher. If higher, batter is safe on an error. I've got to roll this to see if it's a 6, and it isn't. So he's out. He's not out. It's an error. So with men on the corners, and an error by Kevin Mitchell. Spike. Oh, Dave Henderson, that. Too late out. It's on the score sheet. 6-6. Against the righty is a 16. 6-3 is a 1. That's a 17. 17 on a 6. Deep fly out to left field. Sacrifice fly. Any runner on third scores. So the catch is made by Mookie Wilson. Henderson will go to second, but it will bring in Rich Gedman. And that will tie the game up. Don Baylor. 2-5, 16, 2-4, 4, so 20 on a 2. It's going to fly out. Ball right sent out right fielder Darryl Strawberry, and he will catch it. And the inning comes to the end. So at the end of the top of the 8th, the game is all tied at 3. Calvin Schiraldi going to pitch to Carter, Strawberry, and Knight. 3-6, 42, 3-1, 1. That's a 43 on a 3. He's a right-handed pitcher, so it's going to left field. And Spike Owen leaps and catches the ball, and he's out. So line drive to the shortstop. First out of the bottom of the 8th. Darryl Strawberry. 6-2 is an 8, but this will change. 6-6 is a 4. So let's see what this changes to. On a 6, he is a left-handed batter. 45. That's going to be an 8. So it's an 8 and a 4, which is a 12 on a 6. And let's see if this is not a 1. Strawberry connects, and it's going back to the center field, back to the left field, sorry, back. It is gone. Strawberry connects with that pitch, and out of Shea Stadium, the ball goes, and it restores the Mets lead to 4-3. And that is the 6th batter that Schiraldi's pitched to. So he's going to come out. He's pitched 1.1 innings. 1 hit, 1 run. It's been earned. He's walked 2, struck out 1, and given up 1 home run. And currently is the official loser of the game. And they're going to bring in Bob Stanley. Ray Knight. 1 out. 5-1 is a 4. 5-2 is a 1, which is a 5 on a 5. And a 5 on a 5 is going to ground out to third base. There is an asterisk. Let's have a look what this says. With runner on and first base. Well, there is nobody on, so. Grounds out to the second baseman. And that's the second out. Mookie Wilson. 6-5. 31, 6-5, 3, so 34 on a 6. It's going to be a short fly out to the center fielder, and Dave Henderson comes in and takes the catch and ends that inning. So after 8, the Mets lead 4-3. So 3 outs away from the World Series championship. And we have Boggs, Barrett, and Buckner coming up. And Roger McDowell is going to come out. Pitched 1 inning. 1 hit, 1 run, and it was earned. No walks, no strikes, no home runs. So Roger McDowell comes out, and they bring in their closer, Jesse Orosco. And he will pitch to Boggs, Barrett, and Buckner. Boggs, 2-2 is an 11. 2-3 is a 2. That's a 13 on a 2. So he's going to single to left field. So he'll get himself on base. Marty Barrett is going to bunt. He's going to try and bunt him over. Barrett is a 1 bunter. 7. Infield is in. Sack plus E question mark. Batter has successful sacrifice plus chance for a bunt hit. Refer to umpire for call at first. Umpire's chart is here. Locate the cell interaction. So where did he bunt this? He bunted it to the first baseman. So it's the first baseman. And the runner's speed is a 4. So that's going to be this column here. If the die is higher than the number in the square. So the speed is a 4. The first baseman's defense is a 4. So if the die is higher than the number in the square, runner is out. So it's got to be a 6. And it's a 5, so he's safe. So it's a sack, but he gets on base. On the error. That's the second error Mitchell's committed. So men on first and second needed to score to keep this game alive. Bill Buckner. 1-5, 35. 1-5-2, 37 on a 1. Infield is halfway. Grounded out to second. It's going to be a double play. 4-6-3. Boggs will come over to third. So 1 out away. They need to get this run in. And you can bet your life that Calvin Schiraldi is not going to bat. So who is going to come in? So Tony Armas is going to come in and pinch hit for Calvin Schiraldi. So Orosco to pitch to Tony Armas. 3-2 is a 29. 3-2 is a 1. That's a 30 on a 3. And he's going to hit this out to left field. And out there is Mookie Wilson, who will take the catch. And the Mets are the 1986 World Series winners. Winning the game 3-4. Bob Stanley pitched 0.2 innings. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, nothing, all the way across the board. Jesse Orosco pitched 2 innings. No, didn't he pitch 1 inning? 1 hit, no runs, no errors, no earned runs, no balls, no strikeouts, and no home runs. So New York Mets win the World Series 4-2. The winning pitcher would be Roger McDowell. Orosco gets a save, and Calvin Schiraldi gets the loss. So there you have it. Close finish in the end, but the Red Sox couldn't do it, and they lose the World Series 4-2. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I must admit I do like this replay baseball game, so I shall probably play some more. I might cut out a few more teams. And until next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye.